sa tswa go tlwa pina setšhaba e eteletswe pele ke ba sesola sa Botswana mme morafe o tla botsa maemo a bone gore thulaganyo ya phitlho rona raitsho mogobotse ka ba modimo ga mmogo le professor Thapelo Tlogetswe ba tlabe ba re goga ba re itsise gore go diragala ga go diragaleng.
Ba ga itshwaritlile go dirisa dipuo ka bobedi re na le baeng re na le batswa kwa mme re na le beng gae batswa mo ba e leng gore bone ba tlhaloganya teme ya rona ya Setswana ga re batle gore phitlho e tle ba hete ka jalo re tlano re a re tsena ka ko sekgweng re bo re tla re boela ka ko Setswaneng gore mongwe le mongwe a kgotsogale gore o hitlhile rre right moruti.
Mme le bogebo le nteng jwa motsadi wa rona mopresidente wa rona le botlhe ba ba nang nae mo mosong wa letsatsi leno le bora Masire le botlhe ba ba manang nabo le mongwe le mongwe wa rona yo o tsileng hano mo mosong ono a re rapeleng. Modimo rra mme re go atamele mosong ono ka dipeteletseng boitumelo rra go ne ke letsatsi le go tsatsi la tebogo mo go rona rra mare le boge modimo wa kwa tshimologo wa opa motho mo tshwanong ya gago mme modimo le ena Masire wa mopa mo tshwanong ya gago rra wa re mo neela kgosi gore a nne le rona mo lehatsheng jeno ra go galeletsa rra ka o kile wa re neela motho yo o tshwanang naye modimo rra o ne wa mo neela botlhale wa mo neela tsotlhe rra wa ba mo neela maikarabelo a matona go etela lehatshe jeno pele mme modimo o kile a neela gotlhe mo go wena rra ke tsone sa nna moheng ya ba nna mogaka mme mosong ono rra ha re mmuledisa a ya ko motseng wa gago wa bohelwa mmabaledi modimo ra re sale re mo gakologelwa a re sale modimo re tsa go ikarabelo jo bošwa modimo go gathana o ntse ga go rra ha na gatile teng a re sale modimo re tsa go ikarabelo rra go le ha seno modimo le tle le nne se tora go
Thank you, KTM. We continue with our program. You may refer to the programs in your hands. We wish to acknowledge the presence and the expected arrivals of our dignitaries, their excellencies. I also have messages of condolences that I will read. I have just 3. The first message is from the President of the United States of America, President Trump. It says, "Dear Mr. President," to President Khama, "on behalf of the American people, I offer my heartfelt and deepest condolences on the passing of former President KETUMILE Masire. President Masire was one of the giants of African peace and democracy. As President Reagan said upon meeting him in 1984, Botswana's success as a free and democratic nation owes much to the wise leadership of President Masire," close quote. As one of Botswana's enlightened founding fathers, President Masire helped your remarkable nation to become one of Africa's great democratic and development success stories. I admire President Masire's continued dedication to public service as an elder statesman after leaving office. His efforts brought clarity to the circumstances surrounding the Rwandan genocide and helped end conflict in the Great Lakes region. President Masire's charitable work promoted social and economic progress in Botswana and fostered peace and good governance in Africa and around the world. As Americans, we are in his debt for his work to strengthen the ties between our nations, a partnership closer and stronger today than it has ever been. President Masire's legacy is a standard for all leaders. Our thoughts are with his family and all who loved and admired him. Sincerely, Donald J. Trump. This is a tribute from the Reverend Canon Dr. and Mrs. Howard Moffat, who was Sir KETUMILE Masire's personal physician for many years. It was with great sadness and a sense of personal loss that we learned of the passing of former President Sir KETUMILE Masire. We would like to add our tributes to the very many that will be received from all around the world. Sir KETUMILE was a man of great stature, integrity, and international repute, but remained a man of the people, always self-effacing and living a life of service and humility. Together with the other founding fathers of Botswana, his outstanding contribution to the development of a modern country with a secure democracy, a sound and flourishing economic system, and the provision of universal education and health, not to mention his achievements in conflict resolution on the international scene, will be his fitting and permanent legacy. Kwet, as he would always introduce himself on the phone, was a wonderful man, loved by his people, and who will be sorely missed, not just by his beloved family, but by many throughout the world. Robala Sintlerra, Howard and Fiona Moffat, etc., England. Wabo hello tswa kwa ntlong ya dikgosi. Go ba lelapa la ga Rre KETUMILE MASIRE mo boemong jwa maloko a ntlo ya dikgosi, bodiredi le boemo jwa me, ke tisa molaetsa wa kgomotso le matshediso kwa go ba lelapa la ga Tautona wa pele wa lefatshe la Botswana, motlotlegi Raetsho se KETUMILE MASIRE. Raetsho e ne e le moeteledipele wa motia a rata kagiso, borra Masire le setšhaba ka kakaretso, go motsega mo tatlhegelong ya senatla le tsala ya lorato. O re tlotlomaditse ka go direla lefatshe leno ka lorato, boeteledipele, tlotlo le kamanontlhotlho. A mowa wa ga Raetsho roba le ka kagiso, ke le modulasetulo wa ntlo ya dikgosi, Kgosi Puso Gaborone. We want to acknowledge the presence of His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Botswana, Lieutenant General Dr. Seretse Khama Ian Khama. We also acknowledge and expect the arrival of His Majesty, King Letsie and the Queen from Lesotho, His Excellency Robert Mugabe, President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, Your Honor, the Vice President of the Republic of Botswana, Re Mokgweetsi Masisi, the Deputy President of the Republic of South Africa, Mr. Cyril Ramaphosa, the Deputy Prime Minister from Swaziland, the Deputy Prime Minister from Lesotho, Your Lordship, the Chief Justice, Re Marupin Dibutelo, the Honorable Speaker of the National Assembly, Mad Ladies Kokorwe, Your Excellencies, former heads of state and government, Re Mbeki from South Africa, Re Nyoma from Namibia, Re Gwebuza from Mozambique, Re Banda from Zambia, Re Puhamba from Namibia, former President Re Festus Khontebanye Mogae le Mema Mogae, former Vice President Dr. PHK Kidikilwe, bana ba ga Rre Gaone, the Masire family as a whole and family friends, Ministers of Cabinet, heads of diplomatic missions and international organizations, honorable members of parliament, Kgosi Malope wa bobedi wa bangwaketsi, magosi otlhe le baruti, tšhaba ya Botswana ba gaetsho lotlhe re a lo amogela re a dumedisa ka pula. We now continue with the program as indicated in the program in your hands. This is the time to now introduce and invite the speakers as arranged in there. Re simolola ka moemedi wa lelapa lo Ra Masire, e leng Re Basimanyana Masire, yo e leng monnawe Raetsho Tautona yo robetseng se KETUMILE Masire. Re Basimanyana Masire, ra tshepo. Ke sebaka sa go motsadi.
Honorable President, all the dignitaries as has been mentioned, and the Honorable Justice Dibotelo, may my Honorable Vice President and all the Masire family, may I have the honor to greet you all. On behalf of the Masire family, though it was very difficult for me to be here in front of you, I've been asked to come and at least give you 1 or 2 words in regards to the loss of our brother, Ragaone. Ragaone was the eldest son of KETUMILE and Joni, being the headman of Masire. We were 6 in the family of Baleuhu Lijoni. He being the first, and then the 2 sisters, and then a brother who's also late, and then the one that is hereby in front of you. I fail to have much to say because I'm scared I might also open a road for myself to follow. But let me just have few words to say. Unfortunately or fortunately, we lost our parents at a very early age. My mother died in 1944. My father died in 1947. As BOTSWANA always says, which is fortune favors the brave. Or what would we say to and we were left at a very early age without anybody to care for us. And that was the time when Rera Haonele, the sister, Mana Metsu, Banebali were at school in Tegakloof. It was very difficult for us to carry on in life. We at times used to give up as to whether life is very worth living. But with the grace of Almighty, he became so sympathetic and decided to finish as quickly as he could his teacher's course. Fortunately, he was offered a bursary to go and study abroad, but he was not selfish enough to forget his brothers. Raone came back and we started life together. He was a lover of arable farming, and he pushed us all into it. Unfortunately, I didn't like it so much, and he imposed a heavy punishment on me, which was to go and buy cattle in the Kalahari. Lions were roaming by then like cattle. And the choice between death and life was with the blessing of Almighty. But they carried on, we carried on. He was a very difficult old man. He would not tell you, go and do such and such a thing and explain to you how you should do it. He just said, go and do such and such a thing and leaves it to you. And the moment you start asking him questions, he says, all the questions you're asking, it shows what you don't understand. So go and find it out. So by so doing, he made us to be self we have always have to advise ourselves to our rushing situation and see how best can we fit into the situation. But we have always managed. I remember I liked cattle so much, and I didn't know much to offer as to economic values of cattle. And I was trying to find ways to do so. And reading newspapers, doing this, doing that, could not get me to where I wanted to get to. And incidentally, I decided to visit international countries, Germany, Denmark, America, to see where possible can I get the best in regard to our livelihood of cattle industry in Botswana. And it was difficult. I came back and decided to sit down and start doing it as a glorified farming, which is getting cattle to plow and to milk. But conditions so changed when the prices of cattle started being increased. And that attracted us to try to breed better breeds which could grow faster. And I engaged into cattle industry, which I am now being talked about, trying and trailing to do my best to put both my president and my country as one of the forerunners. By so doing, I so happened to do things like cattle embryo, this and that, by trying to see how fast can we push cattle. My sisters also pushed this side, domestic science. My brother went to Zimbabwe to learn arable farming, and my other brother went to the mines to learn how gold could be taken out of me. But Raghavan was our friend. He used to accept and accommodate our jokes very much. I know he used to like to use some Africans with words, like, if you are not strong, you must be intelligent, or yeah. And he used to say, as je is niet sterk, je moet slim worden. And the other one he had was one. Honorable President, let me stop as far as it is all going out of my mind. I think there's much that I actually could take out in regard to my brother. But so far so good, let me give the floor to other speakers. Thank you very much.
I just need to correct an omission that I made in the acknowledgement of dignitaries to recognize the presence among us of Mayor Mamogai, our former First Lady, and former South African First Lady, Mayor Mbeki, and the wife to His Honor, the Vice President, Mayor Masisi. Thank you for that. We want to continue with the program, and quite obviously, Re Basimanyana Masire was just life at home with KETUMILE, who was his elder brother. That really is the essence of it. The next speaker is a family representative, Pheko Masibi. Ke kopa o tsamaele ka kwano motsadi.
tsela Zimbabwe raitso Robert Mugabe yo a mogolang ka leshala ba le seng karang ka sepe go lebega batswana ba mo ratile thata mme thulaganyo yone e tle be tswella hela ha raitso re Mugabe a sena go nna ga batshe thulaganyo e tle be tswelela ya phitlho.
Re motsamaisa tiro ke go lebogela sebaka se o neileng sone ba gaetsho ntetlang ke dumedise bagolo ba bahano ke dumedise tautona wa lehatshe leno le batlotlegi botlhe ba ba leng hano le batsadi le botebenyana ke ska ka ba lebala ba tloga ba ntele ka mo kgotleng ya gago ke mehano gompieno yana go tla go tlhoboga mokgwa